What's going on, people? Welcome back to Drake's AFC. As always, big up to everyone who's been interacting with the channel, liking the vids, subscribing to your boy, and letting me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's that time of the day, that time of the hour, that time of the month, that time of the minute. Match reaction: Leeds United nil, Arsenal 4. And obviously, people, it's a bit of a late match reaction. Man's been very busy out there visiting the family today, so it's a bit of a delayed match reaction, but nevertheless, still have to do it. Still have to pay my rent. Still, the rent still has to get paid, man. Still have to create still have to upload the content for you people. So, as I said, Leeds nil, Arsenal 4, and what a performance! What a very that was a proper performance today, and the result as well, bro. That's a very good way to bounce back after that Man United loss, and also the two games prior to that where we dropped points against Nottingham Forest and Liverpool as well. And coming into this game, yeah, bro, there was a lot of pressure on us because it was starting to look like it was squeaky bum time, and it's only January because I'm sure a lot of people were looking at this Leeds game and they were like, "Yo, Ellen Road, 3 p.m. kickoff on a Saturday. That's not gonna be an easy game for Arsenal because, especially with how Leeds have been playing lately, especially with how their performances and their form is at Ellen Road. People were looking at it and they were like, "Yo, this is potentially another game where Arsenal could probably drop points." But that was not the case today. We absolutely smoked them today. And you see that performance. I'm very happy with that result, first of all, yeah. But that performance today, that's literally up there with one of the best performances I've seen in terms of a 90-minute performance this season. We were, bro, we were very good today, you know. We were very good today, and that's how, bro. I'm proud of the team today. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the manager. That was a proper way to bounce back, and obviously, let's get to the game. You know, let's get to the game. Obviously, the team lineup come out, and we saw that Odegaard had been dropped, and also he had been dropped for Kai Havertz in the midfield. And I did say in my preview that even though I wanted to start Eze in that number 10 spot, I believed that Mikel Arteta was gonna go for Kai Havertz, with the reason being, as you guys remember, during the Kairat game, Arteta took off Havertz. Um, I think he had this game in mind. He was like, "Yo, Kai's got in his 45 minutes in the team. I'm taking him off for the second half because he wants to start him for this. He wanted to start him for this game." And I think Havertz had a decent performance. You know, I'm seeing a decent partnership. I'm seeing a partnership low key between him and Jokeres. You know, their link up together is looking, it's looking like there's something over there. You know, and yeah, obviously the team, as I was saying, in terms of the team lineup, we saw Odegaard was dropped for Havertz, and surprisingly, right before kickoff, we saw that Madueke has come in for Saka because Saka picked up I believe it is must have been a muscle injury during the warm up for the game. So that was a bit of a surprise for all of us. And also Madueke, big him up because today he put in a shift, you know. Finally got a goal involvement, his first goal involvement this season with assist for the Martin Zubimendi goal. And he also was involved in the second goal because he's the one who he took the corner, and then Carl Dallo, the Leeds keeper, punched it into his own net into his own net for an own goal, and that puts us 2-0 up. But in terms of the team overall, very good performance. I mean, uh, looking at the team, David Raya didn't have much to do. I don't remember David Raya having to make a save. I think actually, yeah, there was off the corner kick. I can't remember. It must have been one of the Leeds defenders. This must have been in the second half. That's literally the only save I remember David Raya having to make. During Timber, very good performance as always with Timber. Whenever we're talking about Timber, he's always dropping proper performances or every week, man. Timber, one of the best right backs out there in the world, and even going forward today, you know, his game seems to have improved today in terms of his attacking display because he was putting in crosses into the box. I remember there was one, I think the Jesus chance right before we made it 4-0. It must have been Timber who crossed the ball, and then keeper made a mad save to prevent Jesus from getting a goal. And but yeah, Timber, very good performance. Centre backs, proper performance. Didn't have much to do, but big them up. Hinkapie played well. In terms of the midfield, Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi, they were both very good today. I obviously wanted Martin Zubimendi dropped for this game for Noga to come in, but then I think Martin Zubimendi, big yourself up today because after the mistake he made against Man United last week, this was a proper way to make up for that because it would have been easy to just sit there and feel sorry for yourself and but you see that's that goal you got for us that just opened up the floodgates, and now that basically now puts us in the driving seat. So big up yourself, Martin Zubimendi, and the skipper Declan Rice. And in terms of the attackers, Havertz, I already said good performance from him today. Madueke already said good performance. Trossard was in and out of the game, but I think out of all the attackers, I would say he was the most quiet one today. But he still puts in a shift as he always does. Up front, Victor Bloodclot Gyökeres, as troops would say, man. Gyökeres, bro. Yeah, I can't believe I sold my stocks, man, a few weeks ago. As soon as I sold my stocks on Gyökeres, he's just been bagging for fun, bro. He's been bagging for fun, yeah. And long may it continue because, bro, it just shows. Put the ball in the box, and our striker will score goals, bro. This is why we signed him. We didn't sign him for his first touch. We didn't sign him to drop into midfield. We didn't sign him for his link-up play. Even though his link-up play was very good today and has been throughout the season, he can hold defenders off very nicely because of his physicality. We signed him to put goals, yeah, to put the ball in the back of the net, and that's what he's been doing this past few games. I believe that's 5 goals for him this January, so he's probably gonna be our player of the month. And you saw how when he got that goal, he was gassed, bro, because he was like, "Yo, bro, put the ball in the box, and I will score goals." But Gyökeres, you also should have done better with the chance you had before that. 1-on-one, you should not be letting the defender catch you like that, bro. Because I feel like 1-on-one, you should be scoring from there. And but you made up for it with the goal you got today, and that was not an easy goal to score. Martinelli put the ball into the box, and he had to adjust his body in order to get a touch of the ball, but he made it count, and he puts us 3-0 up at that point. In terms of the substitutes, Martin Odegaard, he actually came on, and he's been getting a lot of slander over the last few weeks, rightfully so. But I actually thought he put in a good shift, and he obviously got the goal for the Gabi Jesus goal to make it 4-0. So big him up today, for the display he made off the bench, and I think over the next few games he should be holding bench, and hopefully that should actually, what that should give him flipping out. I'm lost for words. That should make him fight for his place is what I'm trying to say. So, but big him up for his performance today off the bench. Gabriel Martinelli was actually quite good when he came off the bench, and he got the assist for the Victor Gyökeres goal. And I think he came on the right hand side for Madueke, yes, and he put in a very good shift today. Could have also gotten a goal to make it 5-0, but keeper made a good save, to be fair. But yeah, big up Martinelli. Calafiori came on, didn't have much to do. Only had like 20 minutes, didn't have much to do. Gabi Jesus, big him up. Could have had 2 goals today, but the first one keeper made a very good save, and he made it count to make it 4-0. Held the ball up very well, and then smashed it to the bottom right corner. And I think, yeah, Jesus, he was quite involved as soon as he came onto the pitch, and that was a good performance off the bench. So big up Jesus for that. And Eberechieze, he got some minutes off the bench. He got like 15 minutes of playtime today. I don't think he had much to do. He got on the ball and he kept it very nicely. We saw he was doing some skills, running past players, but I didn't really have much to do in terms. I didn't think he had enough time in order to make like a proper impact in terms of goals or assists. But big up Eze. It's good to see him getting some minutes, and he'll probably be starting during that Chelsea game on Tuesday. And yeah, that's it in terms of the team. But in terms of the performance, obviously, the game started and Leeds were on us for a bit, and obviously Ethan Ampadu, former Chelsea player, he had a very good chance. He was unlucky not to score from there because when he shot that on his weaker foot, I was like, whew, the way that ball was traveling, yeah. I was like, bro, I thought that was gonna fly into the top corner, yeah. But he was obviously unlucky to miss the target. And after that, that's really and truly the only chance I remember Leeds having throughout the whole game. And then we got our goal. First goal yeah came in the 27th minute. Obviously, now at that point we had grown into the game, and Martin Zubimendi made it count from Noni Madueke's cross. Keeper scored an own goal just a few minutes later. That was 10 minutes later. Carl Dalo scored an own goal off of Madueke's corner, and then Victor Yokeres, what was it, 25 minutes into the second half, made it 3-0, and Gabi Jesus made it 4-0 in the 86th minute. But the way the team played today, because as soon as we got that first goal, we didn't sit back. We didn't invite pressure onto us. We didn't take the foot off the gas. We were looking for that second goal as soon as we got the first, and this is what we've been crying out to see. This is what we've been crying out for as Arsenal fans, because bare times this season we've seen the team get the first goal and then they start easing off. They start sitting back. It's like they're like in their heads they think the game is done. But we got the first goal, went for the second, and obviously as soon as the second half started, Leeds had made some changes off the bench, and that kind of improved their energy in the second half. And they were on us for some time, bro. They were on us for they had like a 15-minute spell where they didn't really create chances, but then they had a lot of the ball. They had quite a lot of corners, throwings without really creating chances, and we rode that wave quite nicely because their fans were quite riled up. And if Leeds scored while they were up, you don't know how the game would have changed, because if they make it 2-1, their fans go mad and the momentum literally swings. The pendulum swings to their side, and you never know what's going to happen. It's a completely different game. But we scored at the right time to make it 3-0, and that's completely killed Leeds off. Then we kept on. We did, even when we went 3-0 up, yeah, we did not sit off. We wanted the fourth. We got the fourth. We were gunning for the fifth. And that is what I want to see. That's what I want to see every week. I know that's not reality, because even the best teams don't play good football every week. But today, in terms of game management, Mikel Arteta, big up yourself, because you made the right subs. You set the team up nicely. You didn't sit back. You told the team, yo, stay calm. I'm sure you must have told the team, stay calm, yeah, when because you knew that Leeds were probably going to have a spell at some point in the game. And that happened in the second half, as I spoke about, because that's football, you're at their home ground. They're always going to have a spell because of their fans, because it's their ground. You're always going to expect that. But in terms of your game management today, Mikel Arteta, as I said, big up yourself. Big up to you. Big up to the players as well, because there was not a single bad performance out there today, To a man, everyone was good. Everyone was excellent today, And as I said, the pressure was on us this game. City go to Tottenham tomorrow. Villa welcome Brentford at their gaff. And the ball is in their court, bro. The ball is in their court. I don't think Tottenham are going to do us a favor, because they're woeful, bro. They're woeful. You can't be relying on Tottenham to do you favors, bro. Even though they have a good record against Man City, I'm not bothering. I think they're gonna get slapped up, but it was imperative that we did our job today because you don't want to start having to rely on other teams. And we did our job today. And today, this weekend, I'm actually gonna watch football being relaxed. I was with my uncle today. I was with the family. I was at my uncle and aunt's place today, and we was just watching football calmly because we won. We watched the Liverpool game. We watched the Chelsea game. It's a shame West Ham let us down though, but you know, game's a game. We'll see you Chelsea lots on Tuesday, by the way. Preview will be out on the next few days for that game, but job done. And we move on to Chelsea, the blue side of London on Tuesday, as we're at the Emirates on Tuesday. And yeah, like I said, big up to the boys today, big up to the manager, big up to the fans who traveled up to Leeds, big up you lot for watching the vid, and I'll see you lot soon. I'm out.